welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Alicia, and today it is week 6 of the Great British Bake Off recreations, which means it's Japanese week. And I am dreading Japanese week more than I dreaded bread week because I don't really eat Japanese food and I don't really understand the flavours either. So I am doing the KAWAII cake, which I'm not sure is a real thing. When you Google it, it's not really a thing. Kawaii basically means Japanese love of cute things, and kawaii means cute from what I understand, but there's not like an actual cake that is called a kawaii cake. From what I understand, I may be totally wrong, and if I am, I apologise. So it's basically a cute cake with Japanese flavours. So I'm going to try and make a castella cake, which, hopefully I've pronounced that right, is a Japanese cake, and it's basically a honey cake, but the cake is a cake I've never made before or seen before. It's so fluffy and spongy and there's hardly any ingredients. So I'm using a recipe from japancenter.com, and basically all you need is eggs, sugar, honey and bread flour. Bread flour seems a bit strange to put in a cake, but I'm going to go with it step by step so I don't mess this up. But yeah, that's it. My worry is that it's so light and fluffy and spongy is that they're not going to layer up, and when I googled kawaii castella layer cakes or castella layer cakes, nothing came up. So that is my worry today. Also, I've never done it. But anyway, the baker's had 4 hours, so that's what I'm going to put on the timer. Let's get baking. I am very nervous. So you basically put your eggs and sugar in a bowl and then you boil it over a pan. So I've just put the pan on so it can start boiling. And I need 6 eggs. The other thing with this is this recipe doesn't tell you how much it makes, so I am guessing. In a metal bowl, okay, well I've gone wrong already, I've got a glass bowl, but it's heat proof so it's fine. Crack the eggs, add the sugar and beat with an electric mixer. So I need sugar. How much sugar do I need? 165 grams. Beat with an electric mixer over boiling water in a double boiler fashion on high speed for 6 minutes. Okay, let's do that. That's risen loads. And then we need how much flour? 150, so 50 in at a time. Okay, put some parchment paper in a baking tin and pour the batter into the tin. Using a skewer, draw a zigzag line to remove any large air bubbles from the batter. This will give an even texture throughout to the finished cake. Okay, cool. How am I going to pour this out? Wow, it literally sounds like foam as well. It's very, very odd. I mean, I'm praying it rises. And then we bake at 180 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes. Then you quickly turn it down. Oh no, you don't. Then you quickly cover it with cooking foil and lower the temperature to 170 degrees to continue baking. So I've got my ovens at 180 degrees now. So how long in total? 55 minutes, that is a long time for a cake. And we have 3 hours 47 minutes left. Oh, I forgot to tell you what design I'm doing. How stupid. Okay, let me wash my hands and then I'll tell you. So if my cake goes well, my thumbnail will be the cake and therefore you would have already seen it, but I haven't told you about it. So kawaii cakes are cute, right? And most of them are animals with really animated eyes. So I thought, what's the cutest animal? A penguin. This is my Percy. He's my hot water bottle, but he has a name. His name is Percy, and he is my inspiration today. So I thought penguins are probably my favourite animal. I like a lot of animals, but penguins are definitely up there. I love penguins. I have so much stuff with penguins on. I just love them. And he is my little inspiration. So I'm going to do him the same sort of like design with his little beak, and then I'm going to do some earmuffs on him too. How cute is that going to be? So This should really set overnight because fondant, I need it to stand up over the cake, and obviously fondant is quite soft and not hard, and if you let it set overnight it hardens up. However, I can't do that, so I need to get on with that now. I might do a couple of tricks. So you can actually put it in the oven, which sounds a bit backwards, I know, but it works. So initially it comes out soft, but it hardens so much quicker, so I might use that trick. It depends how I'm getting on. Okay, fondant time. Now, I've been thinking about the cakes. They are actually rising really, really well, but if I open it in 15 minutes, would it not sink? Because I would never ever touch the oven whilst the cake is in there. So I'm just going to follow my instincts and turn it down. They are rising though, which is positive news. I've got some white fondant here. Pull a bit off, and I'm going to get some corn flour and put it on my mat. Spread it out. And I'm going to work this until it becomes a bit more mouldable. Then we're going to colour it. So I'm going to do mine blue. I've got some sugar flare colours here. I've got baby blue and a turquoise. So I'm going to see how I get on with the baby blue, and I might add a bit of the turquoise in later. So you just put a little bit in, and you always want to use gel food colouring for this, not liquid, because obviously you don't want to change the consistency of the fondant. It's going to get all over your hands. Just an FYI. Then I'm just going to press it down nice and thin and roll it out. Right, we need to turn this down, don't we? So let's go to like 160, because I'm not covering it with foil. We have got 37 minutes left on the bake and 3 hours 29 left on the cooking time. They are getting lovely and golden on top, which is what should happen, by the way. I've not burnt them. They have risen slightly. My worry is that they are so light in texture and spongy is that I won't be able to stack them on top of each other. But I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So, my cakes have gone flat. They were rising so well, and then they've just sunk and gone really, really flat. I don't know what to do. I was going to do a whole body of a penguin. My cakes are usually like this. I was going to do like a whole little body. I'm just going to have to do the face, aren't I? If I just did a cake that was just the face, I was going to do feet and everything. It's completely ruined my plans. I've got food colouring on Percy. Okay, let's do the beak next. I'm only going to need a small beak now, aren't I? So, work it, work it, work it, work it. I'm going to add some yellow and a touch of orange and mix that together. I have washed my hands of blue food colouring, but I can't get it off. Then we need to do a beak shape. Let's mark that open a little bit. Okay, I'm also going to let that set. How long have these got left? 16 minutes. I might try them, to see if they're done. They're not even 3 centimetres, they're tiny, they're literally like a pancake. Oh my god, I feel ashamed. They're so thin. They're 2 centimetres tall. 2 centimetres tall? Never made a cake that's 2 centimetres tall. How am I going to make a penguin when each layer is only that big? 2, 4, 6 centimetres. You want me to make a penguin out of 6 centimetres of cake? Oh, I feel well sad now. Oh my gosh. What the hell is that? Nah. How am I going to make a cake out of that? Should I just make a normal sponge cake with honey in it? I know honey's not traditionally a Japanese flavour, but then at least I'm doing something slightly Japanese inspiration. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, what do I need? I need to get a wriggle on is what I need. The problem I've got here is that my eggs and butter are cold. so they're not going to mix properly. Hungry. That might be the quickest I've ever done a cake, and it's probably the messiest I've ever done one. It is definitely not the best sponge I've ever done, and I didn't have a chance to flour the tins, but we got it in the oven. And we've got 2 hours 35 left. Anyway, I'm going to clear up because this kitchen is a mess, to put it politely. My cakes are done. They've not risen hardly as much as they normally do, but I'm not surprised at that because my butter and eggs were at the wrong temperature and it was all very rushed. Okay, buttercream next. So I have got some butter that is nice and soft, and I'm going to weigh out, I think, about 300-ish grams. 305, that will do. So I'm going to whip that up for a good 5 minutes until it is pale and silky. Then I'm going to put in 600 grams in total, but 300 grams at a time, and give that a mix for a couple of minutes, starting off on those. Then we're going to add in some honey and some milk, and that is the buttercream done. So we're just going to clear this out a little bit, and then we'll get decorating. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little bit of buttercream to act as a glue, as always. Then we can start stacking. So first layer, squidge it on, grab some buttercream, spread it out. Next layer, squidge it down, more buttercream. Final layer goes upside down. This is where we go round the outside. I'm just going to smooth the edges. The top's not straight. It's one of the messiest cakes I've iced, I think, but I haven't got time to worry about it. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge. How long have I got left? An hour and 6. I can only really put it in for half an hour. Shit, I can't do another coat, can I? I can only do the one coat. Oh, it's gonna have to do, Back to this fondant earmuff headband. I'm gonna put it in the oven now, so my oven's still warm. I'm gonna put it in there for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna take it out and let it air dry again for another half an hour, and hopefully it should be pretty solid then. So for the actual earmuffs, I'm going to do Rice Krispie treats, which are going to be covered in fondant. So I've got 100 grams of marshmallows and 25 grams of butter in here, which I'm just going to melt over a low heat together. Then I'm going to add in 75 grams of Rice Krispies and give that a stir through. Then I'm just going to get a bit of butter to grease my hands with, which sounds disgusting, but this is going to get all over your hands, so if you can grease them, that's good. I mean, it is mean, but and then I'm just going to grab a ball and start shaping it into earmuff shapes. And I'm going to cover them in fondant. I didn't need all of this, so these can be Rice Krispie treats. Fondant's had 15 minutes now. Got a bit cracked in the oven, but oh well. This is just a big fat fail, so why won't it get cracked? I'm going to start again with it, which probably isn't a good idea, but hey ho, then and pop it in the oven. We've got 37 minutes left, so I am going to work this fondant and roll it out again. I'm going to get one of my Rice Krispie treats and cut around it, and then simply just fold the fondant upwards. There we go, 2 earmuffs. I have to get ready to cover the cake. So I've got 750 grams of black fondant, which I'm going to work together. Then you want to pick it up gently, try and get it somewhere in the middle, place it on, and then you want to work it as soon as you can. So you just keep lifting and pushing until you get no creases. So lifting and pushing. Then you want to cut the excess off as quick as you can because it adds weight and it will tear your fondant. And then you can work it properly in. This little gadget is a fondant smoother and it does exactly what it says on the tin. It just smooths your fondant out. So you just move it back and forwards, applying a little bit of pressure. I can feel the buttercream getting warm under my hands, so I'm gonna cut the edge off and I'm actually gonna stick it back in the fridge just so the fondant can harden. Not the fondant, so the buttercream can harden slightly. Okay, take 2 of my headband. It's not cracked as much, but it's also not got as much time to set. So I'm gonna get on with the eyes next. Before I do out my eyes, I need to do this white bit of the penguin. So I've measured the cake. It is 10 or 11 centimeters tall. So I'm gonna get some more white fondant and then we're gonna roll it out really thinly. On Percy for a bit of inspiration. He is covered in all sorts. So then it goes quite deep. So I'm gonna start it here. I'm going to do quite cartoony eyes. I'm going to cut some little ovals out. I actually think this needs to come down more because I've got the beak to go on, haven't I? See, beak's rock hard now. So the beak goes there. So I think this needs to come down a lot further. Then I need blue. Then I'm going to cut a circle out. Then I need black. Okay, so let's take the eyes off. I'm going to grab, choose your best side. I think that front bit is it. Put a little bit of water just so it sticks. Then you want to grab your piece, stick it down, a bit more water for the eyes. Does he look like a penguin? Oh, he does look like a penguin. He looks well cute. Now it's this bit which I've got to try and get off. Oh no! No. Oh sh**. It's falling apart on me. Oh, it was so close to being dry. Come on, surely we can make it work. Come on, little fondant. We can do this. We can do it. Nope, we can't. Oh no, it's not gonna work, is it? Oh no, that's my timer! That's my 4 hours! Oh no! No. Oh, I really want to make it work. Right, I'm gonna try and roll a really thin piece of fondant out. And see if I can sort of like drape it over those 2 wires. I mean, it's not even central for a start, so let's adjust that. Come on, little headband. Come on. Please work with me, fondant. I know we're not the best of friends, but we don't hate each other, do we? Well, maybe sometimes. This can work. This can work. Just need it to work with me, that's all. get me earmuffs. Just grabbed a bit of extra buttercream. Let's see if this will hold it. I'm not sure it will, but... Oh, we got there in the end. And look how cute he is. I'm gonna name him Peter. Peter and Percy. Oh look, they can be little friends. Look at him, boy. Oh, he's so cute. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. It's probably going to be a long one, and we've had fails and fails and fails, but we got there in the end, even though I was a couple of minutes late. If you did like it, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.